When a team and/or player goes on a streak, the world stops and takes notice. We've seen some unbelievable records set throughout the history of the NHL, ones that actually may never be beaten for better or for worse. There is nothing more impressive than keeping a streak alive, so let's get right into it. Here are the top 6 most insane NHL streaks. Wayne Gretzky's 51-game point streak. Wayne Gretzky embodied the manifestation of a video game character in real life. His illustrious career was marked by an abundance of remarkable streaks and records. Among them is his awe-inspiring 51-game point streak during the 1983-84 season. Gretzky commenced the season on a high note, contributing a goal and an assist in a thrilling 5-4 victory over the Toronto Maple Leafs. From that moment on, he embarked on an extraordinary journey, notching at least 1 point in each of the subsequent 50 consecutive games. This remarkable feat extended over a span of nearly 4 full months. Throughout the course of the streak, Gretzky amassed an astounding 153 points, comprising an impressive 61 goals and 92 assists. This feat alone would have secured him the 15th highest scoring season in NHL history. Concluding the 1983-84 season with a total of 205 points, Gretzky experienced the frustration of being held without a point in just 3 of the 74 games he participated in. Additionally, he achieved another remarkable streak from the 1979-1980 season all the way to the 1986-87 season, capturing the Hart Memorial Trophy for 8 consecutive seasons. While Mario Lemieux provided strong competition with his own 46-game point streak during the 1989-90 season, Gretzky also possesses the 3rd and 4th longest point streaks in NHL history, reaching 39 and 30 games respectively. The Philadelphia Flyers' 35-game unbeaten streak. During the mid-1970s, the Philadelphia Flyers earned a reputation as a spirited and energetic team. Known as the Broad Street Bullies, they combined a highly physical playing style with exceptional skill, resulting in back-to-back Stanley Cup victories in the 1973-74 season and then again in the 1974-75 season. However, by the 1979-1980 season, the Flyers remained a formidable team despite the retirement of Hall of Fame goaltender Bernie Parent due to a debilitating eye injury from the previous season. While notable Flyers legends like Bobby Clarke, Reggie Leach, and Bill Barber remained on the roster, the goaltender position was entrusted to an untested 22-year-old named Pete Peters, who had only 5 games of prior NHL experience. Astonishingly, from October 13, 1979 to January 7, 1980, the Flyers achieved an unbeaten streak of 25 wins and 10 ties, setting a North American sports record for the longest undefeated run. This remarkable feat surpassed the previous record held by the Montreal Canadiens, who had managed 28 consecutive games without a loss during the 1977-78 season. Peters played a vital role in this achievement, going 14-0-4 during the streak and not suffering his first loss until February 19th. The Flyers concluded the season with the best record in the NHL and carried the momentum into the Stanley Cup final. Unfortunately, the New York Islanders began their own impressive streak, defeating the Flyers in 6 games. The New York Islanders would go on to secure the next 3 consecutive Stanley Cups. Despite the disappointing end to the season, the Flyers' unbeaten streak stands as one of the most extraordinary runs in NHL history. The Toronto Maple Leafs Stanley Cup drought. This marks the conclusion of the 55-season stretch since the Toronto Maple Leafs last clinched the Stanley Cup, making it the longest ongoing drought in the NHL. The record was previously held by the New York Rangers, who endured a 54-season gap from the 1939-1940 season all the way to the 1993-94 season before their next championship. Although the Rangers reached the Stanley Cup Finals 3 times during their drought, the Maple Leafs take this position on this list because they have not made a return to the championship series since their victory on May 2nd, 1967. The Maple Leafs have come close to ending their drought, notably during the infamous conference finals loss to the LA Kings in the 1992-93 season. Additionally, they currently boast one of the league's most talented rosters. However, until they parade the Stanley Cup downtown Toronto, they will continue to be plagued by one of the most daunting streaks in NHL history. The Boston Bruins' 29 straight playoff appearances. Surprisingly, the Boston Bruins boast the lengthiest playoff appearance streak among all professional North American sports teams, spanning from the 1967-68 season all the way to the 1995-96 season. The streak commenced with a foundation of exceptional talent including Bobby Orr, Phil Esposito, and John Busick. It concluded with a core group featuring Ray Bourque, Adam Oates, and Cam Neely. The Bruins achieved Stanley Cup victories in the 1969-1970 season and the 1971-72 season, with Bobby Orr earning the Conn Smythe Trophy in both championship runs. Additionally, they reached the Stanley Cup Finals in 1974, 1977, 1978, 1988, and 1990, although they fell short in each of those series. In recent years, the Detroit Red Wings came close to matching this illustrious record, securing playoff berths for 25 consecutive seasons from 1989 to 2015. Furthermore, the Pittsburgh Penguins currently hold the longest active streak, having qualified for the postseason in 13 consecutive seasons from 2006 to 2018. Now, I don't want to sound too negative, but in all honesty, it appears exceedingly improbable for any team to surpass the Bruins record. Bobby Orr's 8 straight Norris trophies. Any video about NHL streaks would be incomplete without highlighting the exceptional greatness of Bobby Orr. This game-changing defenseman made an immediate impact, winning the Calder Trophy in his rookie season, then proceeded to claim the Norris Trophy consecutively from the 1967-68 season all the way through to the 1974-75 season. Although Orr technically played 3 more seasons beyond that streak, he participated in a mere total of 36 games between the 1975-76 season and the 1978-79 season. Attempting to comprehend the sheer magnitude of Orr's brilliance can be challenging. As a defenseman, he led the league in scoring not once but twice, a remarkable feat unmatched by any other blue liner in NHL history. Additionally, he garnered 3 Hart trophies as the league's most valuable player, the highest number ever attained by a defenseman. Orr also spearheaded the Bruins to 2 Stanley Cup championships, with the 1969-1970 victory punctuated by one of the most iconic moments in hockey history. Undoubtedly, winning 8 consecutive Norris trophies represents an unmatched display of dominance. Doug Harvey is the only other player to secure 4 consecutive wins, while Nicklas Lindstrom managed 3 consecutive wins. Bobby Orr's revolutionary talent resulted in one of the most inspiring careers the league has ever seen. It is impossible not to ponder the additional achievements he could have attained had injuries not taken a toll on his career. Despite his limited tenure of just 657 games, Bobby Orr's name is synonymous with one of the most remarkable individual streaks in NHL history. The Montreal Canadiens' 5 consecutive Stanley Cup wins. Without a doubt, the Montreal Canadiens stand as the most decorated franchise in NHL history. Their remarkable collection of 23 Stanley Cup championships, along with their additional victory in the 1915-1960 season before the establishment of the NHL, far surpasses any other team's achievements. Over the decades, the Canadiens have boasted an extraordinary roster of legendary players, leading to several dynasties in their unbelievable history. Notably, from the 1975-76 season to the 1978-79 season, the Canadiens clinched 4 consecutive Stanley Cups, propelled by the remarkable talents of individuals such as Guy Lafleur, Ken Dryden, and Larry Robinson. While this streak is undoubtedly spectacular, the Canadiens' dominance reached even greater heights during the 1950s. Between the 1955-56 season and the 1959-60 season, the Canadiens accomplished the unprecedented feat of securing 5 consecutive Stanley Cups. No NHL team before or since has managed to replicate this achievement. With luminaries like Jean Beliveau, the Richard brothers, Dickie Moore, Doug Harvey, Bernie Geoffrion, and Jacques Plante gracing the roster during this period, their overwhelming dominance comes as no surprise. Additionally, this dynasty also holds the record for making it to the Stanley Cup final in an astonishing 10 consecutive seasons. It is worth noting that this stretch of dominance coincided with the original 6 era, where there was only 2 playoff series needed to be won to secure the Stanley Cup. Nevertheless, this does not diminish the sheer magnificence of the Montreal Canadiens' accomplishments. Thanks for watching our videos. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button.